Sort my tripod out. Hello. Right, so less than a week to go before my free weight loss seminar called How to Improve Your Relationship with Food and Never Go on a Diet Again. That is next Wednesday, 5th of June, 7 p.m. in Harborne High Street. So if you want to attend that, all you need to do is click the link above or below, depending on where you're watching this, and you can register there for free. What we're going to be covering off in that session is basically, again, how you can improve your relationship with food and maybe think a little bit differently about diets and so on and so forth. So the sort of people that I work with, a little bit older, I've been through a few diets before and things like that. So it's time to really put a stop to that and help you to improve your relationship with food and ultimately yourself. And I'm going to give you some key principles for that for free next Wednesday, the 5th at 7 p.m. So grab your spot now. We've probably got about 5 to 6 spaces left, I would assume. But yeah, get your registration done if you want to come to that session. Right, so bit of a delayed reaction because of Bank Holiday weekend. I wanted to let you know about the trolling I had because it was important. Now I'm going to talk about Bank Holiday weekend. So you notice that people's behaviours change around bank holiday weekends, particularly if the weather's okay, as it kind of was this weekend and around this time of year normally, because there are a few bank holidays, the weather tends to be a little bit more favourable. So the problem that we get into is that you don't get fat in 3 days. Okay, so as somebody that's been fat and gained a lot of weight in a short space of time, sort of 4 stone in 3 years, roughly was what I gained in my 20s. That doesn't happen in 3 days. So what does happen in 3 days is change of habits. You maybe drink a bit more, eat a bit more, maybe you're a little bit more sedentary. And the problem there is the classic problem with all of this, which is we then start to make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. So we feel like crap because we've had a few days off and we've enjoyed ourselves, which is fine. And then we allow that to then get us into a cycle of, tiredness and all this sort of thing. And then we start to question whether or not, we want to actually try and eat better or exercise more. We just think, well, forget it, I feel like crap, I'm not going to bother. So that's part of the problem with these long weekends. I mean, personally, my diet was shocking Sunday and Monday. I deliberately ate more than I, would normally eat. It was planned. It was, I perhaps went a bit mental, but it was planned. It was, organised. I did intend to do that. And the difference is now this week I've got to trade off. I've not starved myself. I've just gone back to my normal eating plan, which is fairly straightforward, which again I'll be talking about next Wednesday, and I can help you with if you work with me. Eating better isn't this big thing. It doesn't have to be starvation, resentment, any of that. It's just about understanding and awareness. And to improve, going back to the point in the relationship with food, you've got to understand that you're going to have 3 days off occasionally. But if you start making permanent decisions based on temporary emotions, that's the key to 5-6 stone weight. I've seen weight gain at that level because of one decision. Because you don't, like you said, you don't gain 5 stone in a weekend. What you do is you get inside your own head and then you start to make permanent decisions based on those temporary emotions. And if you wanted one thing I've experienced over the years is the key to weight gain, apart from eating more, which is obvious, and not exercising enough, which is obvious, I would assume, it's that. It's making permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. Don't do it. You're allowed a couple of days off. If you eat like an asshole all the time, well, yeah, you're going to be fat and unhealthy. You don't get a free pass just because you think you're special. But you're allowed 3 days off, but 3 days doesn't make it. So, again, this isn't for everybody because not everybody. It's very hard to change minds. Virtually impossible to change minds or beliefs. But if you're the type of person that, is wanting to make a change, is wanting to improve, don't worry about 3 days. Get yourself a plan that's simple to follow, doesn't feel like you're punishing yourself, and is easy just to get ease back in without the fanfare, without the diet, without all the paraphernalia, as it were. So yes, that's me for today. And again, if you are struggling and you want some key principles that I use with people on how to improve your relationship with food, like I said, get yourself in for this free session next Wednesday at 7 p.m. in Harborne. You'll regret it if you miss it, particularly if you're available, totally free. All you need to do is click the link above or below to register your space. Let's rock and roll. Have a good day.